Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different than usual because you used to see Formula 1 cars on my channel. So this time we're going to do something very different, which is the GT Masters class. The full name in total would be the ADAC GT Masters or ADAC GT Masters. However, before we begin, it's 9:15 in the evening and it's still 30 degrees outside. And the sun's been shining on the studio for quite a long time. So it's incredibly hot in here. So if I look a bit sweaty and red, it's because it's crazy hot in here. I don't have any air conditioning or any fans in here because if I had a fan on here, the audio would be pretty screwed. We're still gonna do this video, so I'll take one for the team, eh? They always say you shouldn't drink on the job. Well, luckily this is my hobby. Nah, just kidding, it doesn't contain any alcohol. Anyway, this example is based on the version they raced with in Zandvoort in 21, which I believe was the 10th and 11th of July. This is actually the car based on the race 1 in Zandvoort, which they basically had a second place. Raceland is, as you may know by now, of course based in Germany. This branch of motorsport is actually very popular in Germany, so any German that watches this video, please go to raceland.de because you can get these types of motor cars. However, they don't only sell Formula 1 cars. As you see right in front of me, they also sell GT Masters cars, but also other forms of motorsport like, of course, Formula 1, 24 hours of Le Mans, 24 hours Nürburgring, 24 hours Spa and GT, touring cars, rally cars, Super Formula, and a lot more. I highly suggest you check out these two other liveries as well, sell exclusively by raceland.de. So one is the livery of 2020, so the other one is from a different type class of racing, which is the GTWC, but it's the same drivers as this one we have right in front of us. So my regular viewers already know I highly praise raceland.de because I just really genuinely like their store. They have great personnel, great shipment, ship worldwide, and they're just really friendly. So I highly suggest you check them out if you like Formula 1 or ADAC GT Master cars, or maybe something else like Le Mans or whatever. So please check out raceland.de. I put a link down in the description below, so you make sure to check them out. All right, in the next little segment, I want to talk very shortly about what ADAC or ADAC GT Masters actually is. I won't make it too long because you're here for the motor car, of course. So basically their formula is 2 races in 1 weekend. So let's take, for example, this version in Zandvoort. On the 10th of July they had race 1. On the 11th of July they have race 2. And these races last about an hour. What's cool about this series is they basically have to switch the drivers in between the race. Let's say the first half hour driver 1 goes in. Then during the mandatory pit stop they have to switch the drivers. And these pit stops are very intense because the pit lane with these white cars are extremely fun to see, and it's very nail-biting when you see them live. They have about 7 to 8 locations they race. Majority of them is in Germany. At least in 2022 they have a couple of manufacturers, which being Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Lamborghini, and I believe it was Corvette, or Porsche, of course, Porsche. But I believe that's all of them. So that's basically very in short what GT Masters is. I felt like I had to introduce you a little bit into GT Masters before I opened this box. So what I noticed right away is that this box is actually a little bit smaller height-wise. You basically have a beautiful shot of the motor car on top, and right away this livery really pops, and it's the BWT livery from the Toksport team. Left upper corner we have the Spark 1/18 scale logo. At the right down corner we have the Mercedes-AMG GT3 ADAC GT Masters 2021 M Engel und L Stolz. Alright, here we have a beautiful profile shot of the car. Again, Spark logo 118 sparkmodel.com. At this side we have a very small sticker that basically reads Mercedes-AMG GT3 Evo Toksport WRT BWT Second Zandvoort ADAC GT Master 2021 Luca Stolz und Maro Engel. No, that's a very long name. Right, let's get to unboxing this, shall we? There's no cellophane on this. I'm not sure if that always is the case with these type of motor cars. All right. Ooh. I think we lift this. Wow. Wow, this thing is massive. It feels like a 112 to me, wow. But look at that wing though. You can just eat your meal off it. It's so heavy, it's much heavier than any Formula 1 cars thus far. What jumps to the attention right away is this very striking colorway. We have this very azure turquoise color, and of course the very famous pink of the BWT logo. Start at the front, this grille section, beautiful. On the grille we see some very nice chrome details, and I believe the Evo version of the GT3 had a bigger grille than the regular GT3. All the way at the top we have this very cool splitter at the bottom. Looking at the splitter and the height of it, this thing is absolutely slammed to the ground. At the side we see some canards, very sharp and very pointy, in a very aggressive downforce angle. So the Mercedes GT3 Evo had this very nice LED package as well, very bright LED lights. At the top of the badge we have another logo of BWT. If we zoom in very closely we see another logo of Mercedes-Benz. Then we get to the hood of the car, and look at that gap though, the radiator right there. Behind this radiator would be a Mercedes-AMG 6.3 liter V8. This thing growls. So the real life counterpart of this car would be able to have a top speed of 319 kilometers per hour, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. That's a very respectable statistic on this real life counterpart of this car. Let's take a little break from the hood of the car and take a look at those wheels. Beautiful Pirelli tires. What I really appreciate about Spark in this model car are those brake ducts. We even see an AMG logo on the brake duct. That is attention to detail, ladies and gentlemen. What's also nice to see is that the front and the back wheels have separated colors. The front wheels basically have this greenish yellowish color. The rear rims basically have this red color. But we're not quite done with the front just yet. Really nice mesh pattern going on there. Then we get to the windscreen. What I just really like is that we even have some small little windshield wipers going on there. At the top of the windscreen we have this beautiful banner. We have the GT Masters logo, DVS. So at the left we have a decal of 22. When I watched the race, these digits would flicker, so I believe these are supposed to be LED panels. What's very interesting to see is if we take a look at those wheel entrances at the side right there. Amazing that they made such a passageway. Sticking to the side of the car, look at that exhaust underneath there. We have a couple of cutouts in the body itself. That basically reveals this very beautiful exhaust. That exhaust is actually a little bit weathered as well. That is proper, man. What's nice to see is that the other side is basically asymmetrical. So if I flip this car around very quickly for you guys, we see that the entrance here is pink and we basically have a ADA cosmetic logo as well. And here we can see again this beautiful exhaust with some weathering effect going on there as well. If you get sponsored by BWT, one thing is certain, you have to put it this big on the side of your car. We've seen it on the Racing Point as well. If we take a look at the metallic blue of the BWT, we see some sparkle effect or some metal flake going on there as well. So this is going to be a little bit of a camera challenge, but however, the car does have interior. We see some webbing at the side, this very sport Formula 1 style steering wheel, and this basically has a 6-speed sequential gearbox with pedal shifters on the steering wheel as well. Anyway, we have a full dashboard going on there as well. There's no passenger seat, just all to save weight. Really nice to see. We have this beautiful sport seat going on there as well, and some beautiful seat belts there too. Funny thing we see at the side of the car is this little pink rabbit. Pretty sure that has something to do with the team, although I'm not really 100% certain. All right, let's get to the top of the car, shall we? We have this big BWT logo. 2 antennas going on here, one very big one. And let's do what we always do, and that is the flimsy test, shall we? Ooh. All right, this one is rather flimsy. It's almost just like a thick hair, so don't touch that too much. And we have a little one at the right hand side of the car as well. We have the names of the drivers at the roof of the car as well. Right, then we get to the back of the car. This car is actually very rounded off at the back, and I really like that. That's some really interesting design we have going on there. A huge wing, and that's basically a trademark that a lot of cars in GT Masters series, or GT cars in general, basically have. The pillars are basically adjustable, well, not this model car, but in real life the pillars would be adjustable to adjust the level of the rear wing. Some very nice rear lights as well. But this diffuser is actually so big and so large, I wouldn't be surprised if you can cut cheese with it. We actually have some decals on the spoiler as well, what I forgot to mention. At the top we have this huge AMG logo. At the side of the wing end plates we have Twin Bush Germany logo. Underneath side of the rear wing we basically have www.toksport.com. Once again, Spark models come on a very nice display base. And that basically reads Mercedes-AMG GT3, Mercedes-AMG Team, Toksport WRT, ADAC GT Masters 2021, and drivers M. Engel and L. Stolz. I don't know if you can tell that well on camera, but you have to see it in real life, I think, is that this thing is wide. It's absolutely massive. If pink is not your style, they also have the 2020 Toksport car or the 2021 Toksport car from different racing class during the Magny-Cours, the race of Magny-Cours. Once again, thank you for Raceland for sending this one out to me. This really opens up doors for other branches of motorsport and other diecast vehicles as well than Formula 1. Once again, I will put all the links down in the description. I highly suggest you check out raceland.de as well. maybe consider subscribing to the channel, because we almost hit a big milestone of 1000 subscribers. At the moment of recording I have 971. Consider liking the video and maybe leaving a kind comment, or maybe a not so kind comment if you want to. So thank you very much for watching this video, and check out raceland.de as well. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next video as well. So thank you very much.